Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. Looking for room. It's Hampton. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Scanning the field, it's Criswell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. With the catch, it's Hampton. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness.
Pass on the way. It's kicked off. And he's wrapped up after he...
It's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. And the ball is intercepted.
Intercepted by North Carolina. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Hampton. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Tar Heels will keep this drive going. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib.
Just plowing down the field. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Dropping back, it's Criswell. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to them.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, he'll fire. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on second down. The give to the tailback. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. He's going to pass. He uncorks one deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Brings it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to get it himself. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, it's Criswell. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interceptions. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Looking for space to the left. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds, new set of downs for this offense.
That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. Got it. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Turns it on in midfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Criswell. Coming after it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
He's going to run it. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the ball slipped out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. There he goes down the right side. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down.
It's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 21, North Carolina 10.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips to try to give your quarterback more time.
Going for it all. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Criswell. Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hampton. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Finally stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line, and what a job by the entire return unit. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give on the counter. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Kentucky will just try to run out the clock. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. Trying to get to it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
And you've got to feel good if you're this offense, right? To come out and to make as many plays as you did in front of your home crowd.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's